How'd you feel after competing yesterday?
It's hard. My legs is numb.
Yeah, it's good. So, what do you do in Sweden for recovery? You look swag.
Thanks. Trycka på gilla-knappen.
Go on, Jazz. You've been practicing, haven't you?
You can.
We're taking a risk. Oh yeah. Have we found the jetty? We found it.
Alex, you're the lightest. You go first.
Which one did you stand on?
The right one. Nice.
Go, Jazz. What, this? Looks perfectly safe. We found a secluded jetty right next to everyone else, but everyone else seems to not be using it, and we don't know why. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. It must be a reason.
Ooh. It is cold.
No.
Solid dive, 6 points. Who knew that meme was coming?
Those warm curls, like,
Yeah, exactly.
it's not my feet.
Yeah, exactly. Can't complain with Sweden living. Pretty cool.
These kids are so damn strong.
Yeah. It was the adult competition yesterday, it's the kids competition today. That's a quarter of a ton. Is it a quarter of a ton? Yeah. Quarter of a ton. What are we doing, Jess?
We are doing a prize giving ceremony for the kids competition.
You've now put your hands on it, you now need to go up the pegboard.
I've got flip flops on.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. Gains.
I'm scared of falling.
Hey.
There we go.
All the way up.
I mean, you slid to the finish, but...
I said to the finish, can't use my legs. Pegboards are hard.
Well done.
Break your PR on pull-ups, go for it, just go. Just do strict pull-ups, go.
I need chalk.
Every CrossFitter needs it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Keep going, keep going. Go, 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 7. Oh.
I've not got an 8th in me.
Is that an equal PB?
No, I think I got 8 last time.
Oh, good job.
Thanks.
It wasn't that long ago that you can only do 1.
Yeah, I know. Oh god, I felt really heavy just then. It's the heat.
Noah's winning the regional. Yes, Noah.
Yeah.
So like, I still need to do a lot more of this accessory stuff. But it's kind of cool because if I didn't realise that this was such a small...
Just
So
turn
get your
slightly towards
elbows
the
a little
door
bit in
so
there
that-
somewhere.
In here?
Turn slightly towards the door so the light's better. Yeah.
And now you move the whole arm. So not the elbows, not the hands. So you can, yeah, and back again. And hold on the way in again. There we go. And back again. So I... Can you feel it out here?
Yep.
Yeah. So do 3 times 5. And yeah, I can feel it really good. And now you raise your elbows a little bit. There we go, just a little bit. And you're gonna feel it go a little bit further down.
Yeah.
So you have the traps, you're having the rhomboideus up here, and then you have the traps and they're up here, and the lower traps are down here, and they try to drag the shoulder blades further down, and when you go further up, you work lower down with your trapezius.
Yeah.
Which is really good. The personal record in,
I'm putting my top back on.
overhead things.
So that was exercise 1, Jazz.
Okay.
Simple, easy, everyone can do it. All you
Do
need
it
is a lot of
anywhere
balance.
as well.
What is going on, team? Craig Ritchie back with a short commentary over this video, basically just explaining what you've just seen and explaining the up and coming exercises that you're going to see. Something that it's actually something that affects me, so I sought out advice, but also I see it affect a lot of people in CrossFit, and obviously shoulder injuries, probably one of the most prevalent things within CrossFit, so we want to prehab it as much as we can. So today in this commentary, I'm literally just going to take you through the reason why we're doing these exercises and how they're going to benefit you in CrossFit and make you stronger and make you less injury prone and a better all-round athlete, because if you improve your posture, if you improve your shoulder stability, things can only get better. Anyway, what you're seeing on the screen right now is the left side of the shoulder compared to the right side of the shoulder. The right side of the shoulder is winging, one of the most common things that we will see within CrossFit that we don't target. Really easy to spot, but also pretty simple to fix if you're consistent with it. One way to really test for it is obviously through looking, but the other one is, can you get your fingers under your shoulder blade? If you can, the musculature around the shoulder blade may not be working properly. or it just may not be strong enough, and hence you get this kind of winging effect. Now, when you look at the actual anatomy, you're looking at a front-on view of the shoulder here, not from the back. The most important place to protect is the subacromial space. So you'll see the acromion in that top left. It is attached to the scapula, and I mean, if you're looking at the screen right now, it is a small area. So if your shoulder blade is winging, it anteriorly tilts forward and actually closes off that space. Now, why is this important? If you look at the next slide, considering how small that space is, within that subacromial space, you have a bursa which can be very easily irritated, but you also have the rotator cuff tendons. So if we go back to the diagram quickly, looking at that wing scapula compared to a normal scapula, you're going to close off that subacromial space, and over time it's going to pinch on the bursa, it's going to pinch on the rotator cuff, and it may not be painful for a lot of people. That's why sometimes shoulder pain is a gradual onset, and then kind of one day you wake up and you're like, oh, my shoulder's kind of burning or niggly, and then that takes a hell of a lot longer to fix. So why am I telling you all this? The exercise that you just saw with the band pull aparts is one of the best exercises to target the muscles that stabilize the scapula. Super simple exercise that I don't see a lot in kind of CrossFit warm-ups, but it's absolutely perfect, super simple, everyone can do it, and it targets that rhomboid major muscle which attaches to the spine and then the medial border of the scapula, and also kind of the upper and middle trapezius which sits kind of over the scapula, stops it from winging. If you can build those up, it can pull you into a better posture, give you better movement mechanics, and obviously eliminate the risk of any kind of shoulder pain or impingement.
Okay, next exercise that I do, which is a shoulder muscle as well. If you're having a muscle called serratus anterior, which comes from the ribs, and it goes up and gets stuck to the shoulder blade. So it goes up from here, gets stuck on the shoulder blade, and if you look what it does, it drags it down a little bit like that. So together with the rhomboideus, the trapezius, it drags it back and down. And this is where you feel better to be. So how you do this treatment, it's really good as well, because you don't need any barbells, you don't need anything except from your body. So what I do, I stand in a normal push-up position, but instead of doing my elbows, I stand straight and I push up, and this is where the muscle takes. Now it doesn't feel anything, so you have to do the push, back, push, back. So the push is the important thing, that's why it's called push plus. And what is good with this exercise is that you have to do many repetitions. So with the rubber band, I do 3 times 15 every day. This one, 3 times 15, because that's when the brain starts to recognize where the muscles are, because everyone has muscles there. It's just that it's really hard to find them. It's really easy to have the muscles in the front, but in the back and around, many repetitions, and you have the rubber band and your own body, and you can do it everywhere.
Not also just going to make these muscles stronger, it's also going to make them, like, they're going to be better at stabilizing the shoulder. So when you lift heavier, you may get stronger.
Yeah.
Yep. Yep. So we've looked at the back and how to like switch on the muscles and activate the muscles that will hold your shoulder nicely in place. But also you got to look at opposite. Also the chest, stretching it out will help open up that space. This is his favorite stretch.
So if you want to stretch your pecs, I think this is easy because you do both sides at the same time.
Yeah.
You just need a corner. And normally you say that the pecs comes up, you can stretch them down here, but normally get the elbow above the shoulder, and then it takes a bit more, but you can do them always. But I think that the elbow above the shoulders feels, for me, it feels better.
And it also keeps Jazz quiet.
Yeah.
Oh. Can you lose your voice again already?
Yes.
Oh, relax. This right? Yeah, that's good.
I told you, I know what's wrong with me, I don't fix it. Goes in and he's just like, yeah, all of it's screwed.
I'm trying to relax, but I'm in so much pain.
Yeah.
It's always one.
Always.
Don't try this at home, kids.
That's fine.
Where's the? Oh, have you got the? That's in the car as well, isn't it? The light. Yeah. This is English barbecue in here.
Oh, you've got back.